right, how do you find your passion, your brand, maybe? We've got brand expert and founder of TEN81 Lifestyle Inc. and U-ology 101, Jesse Jones. Good to have you back.
Oh, it's good to be here. Always a pleasure.
So TEN81, what is that?
TEN81 Lifestyle is Canada's leading lifestyle marketing agency, and what we do there is really, we're a marketing company, but we are really about more than just product marketing. For us, it's really about integrating the brand within the lifestyles of consumers. Obviously, you know, we all have our different lifestyle interests, right? So after the show, you may be a runner, you may like live music or shows and entertainment. And for us, it's about understanding what your patterns are and
as a consumer,
and being able to kind of authentically pair the brands within those lifestyle choices that you make, right?
I think I get what you're saying, and social media is helping with that, right? Because you're getting that instant feedback now from people about how they're using products in their lives.
For sure. I mean, you know, one of the things that's really close to my heart is how are we moving consumers to a level that is, you know, past the product, but really centered around inspiring them to act, right? Ultimately, we want to do good work in the marketplace. We've been able to work with some of, you know, the world's leading brands, but
you
personally,
worked with McDonald's. Tell me about some of the other big names you worked with.
We're doing some really interesting work. I think we're going to touch on it too with Yale, the Yale University brand as well. So for me, it's really about how can we move consumers? How can we inspire them to actually be better people? And I think that brands and corporations have the power to do that. And and what we focus on is showing them how.
Interesting. And you said that advertising is changing. We're not interested in the hard sell anymore.
No.
It's evolving into more of a personal thing. Is that?
Yeah. There's definitely a new day in marketing and branding and the communication between brands and consumers. I think we all need more from our lives now. Whether, you know, you're in the industry or not, we as individuals want more from our lives. We want more from our relationships. We want to be fulfilled. And so if you look at that and then you look at the landscape of marketing, you got to ask yourself, is that, you know, logo on the wall anymore doing justice? What is your social conversation like? As a brand, what are you standing for past the features and benefits of your product? So within our agency at TEN81, we're really focused on, you know, not only the you know, relationship between brands and consumers, but the empowerment of consumers.
And then is U-ology more of the personal, that philosophy, but on a personal level? Is that right? So
U-ology 101 is a brand that we own and operate in-house at TEN81, and the brand is really centered around, you know, speaking to individuals about the importance of uncovering what we're passionate about and how that understanding of passion can really trigger our path and lead us into, you know, a direction that centers around us loving what we do at the end of the day.
More than just the money.
Yeah, really about waking up every day excited to take on what you're taking on, and U-ology really focuses around, you know, engaging with individuals on how to actually tap into that and then how to take it forward, right? So it's a really good engagement tool that we've been finding a lot of brands and companies want to participate with.
Tell me about this workshop at Yale that you're doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bucket list experience to say you're doing work with one of the most prestigious universities on the planet. So I'm really fortunate, and as a company, we're really fortunate to be able to be doing it. We're invited out there to create a week-long set of seminars and engagement programs for not only the student body, but also the internal employee group. And there's something really interesting about that because we're finding that companies are, you know, attracted to the message of what we as an agency talk about, as well as the U-ology 101 message. And it's almost being used now as a corporate engagement tool to reignite employees internally and also externally with the communication as well. So it's a pretty beautiful thing, and we're out there doing a series of keynotes and seminars with the group to talk about, you know, how understanding the passion can help reignite your energy around your existing career, and then for the students, you know, how it can help you on what you're studying.
Right at the beginning, where they're going to take off.
Totally.
Get to them then.
Yeah.
Let's watch a little clip of you in action.
All right, cool.
Let's have a look.
So a lot of my friends decided that it was a great idea to take the first high-paying job they found. It might not have had anything to do with what they took in school, but they took the job because why? Fast forward to now, some of my friends are still in those jobs that they took, making really good money. But what? Unhappy.
You know, that's really what it's about at the end of the day. And you know, honestly, I feel blessed to be able to wake up every day and have opportunities like this, and like this is part of the job. You know,
to see that the light come on again behind people's eyes must be so thrilling.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really targets different demographics too, right? This brand's been able to operate in the youth space, but then, you know, anywhere from tweens to teens to, you know, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like, you know, it's really, you know, prompting people to think differently, and that's really what we're really trying to do.
And it's never too late. So we can go to your websites, TEN81. That's the word 10.
Yes,
81.
TEN and the number 81.com.
Or
you can go to U-ology, U-OLOGY101.com. Google's always a good place too. We're everywhere on social media, so we're...
Jesse Jones! You're just going to see him everywhere. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I always get inspired when you're here. When we come back, Canadian Women's Foundation and the impact of advertising on young girls. Yes, thank you.